I'm in my zone, I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another sucker who don't see the vision in you. So you gotta work harder times two. Gotta make it do what it do with the limited sources you have. Your dream is still a finding motivation in you and the
I saw the point. Everybody saw my message at the same time. That was beautiful.
This motherfucker put this man was grubbing hard in the chat. Y'all got to excuse the fuck out of us on some of these wins.
Hey, he didn't even see it. He started laughing after we came on because he figured out it was about him after.
Oh my god! So
hey, look, man. I mean, without a plate, I had to make me a plate. So I'm gonna be, sipping on something. I gotta have something in my stomach. So my business.
My goodness,
I'm being responsible.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you caught wind of the fantastic thumbnail that we had going, of course, that was featuring the duet from My Boo. Tonight's show, we are going to talk about Mr. Usher. We're going to talk about this new album. We're going to talk about this Super Bowl performance. We're going to get this full-on breakdown going on. We've been working on this for a little bit, and now we got it all put together. And then we'll have a little special treat for y'all after we get done ripping this thing apart. So, how we doing, fellas?
I mean, I'm doing all right.
Oh, we know you good.
Well,
You good. You good, huh? Good, yeah. I am good now that we're on Gentleman's Talk on a Wednesday because I had a hectic day at work. So now it's time to kick back, relax the fellas, have a little drink, and let's get to it.
Absolutely had a hectic. Don't even describe the kind of fuckery that went on in my day, but I'm here now. So
damn, so we all had a hectic day. All right, that's you guys get some good talk tonight.
It was a hectic non-dad day. This was just all work related. Nothing fatherly related at all.
Big facts.
All work related.
All work.
Like that's the shit that's wild. But part of the game. So let's start with the album. The album is titled Coming Home. So I'm gonna start with my brother. I'm gonna start with Mr. Outlaw. Give us your grade of the album.
so
Give us your top 3 favorite songs and then the worst song on the album.
So I did like a whole song by song, gave it a grade between a 1 and a 5 on every fucking song. And when I did like the overall average curated rating, the album came out to be a 3.5 out of 5. You do some math and that comes out to be like a 70, which is
7 out of 10.
Yeah. So honestly, for an Usher album, it was just straight. Like he has a formula. Like Usher gonna sing about cheating, being in love, being heartbroken, or being the best nigga alive. That's what Usher gonna do. That is just his fucking formula, and he does it well. Some songs he was just goofing off, like just not really trying hard. But when he tried hard, he had some bangers. I'll say my top 3 songs on here: "Room in a Room" and "Please You." And I'm gonna go ahead and say "Ruin." Those are my 3 favorite songs on here. But I'll also give a good shout out to "Kissing Strangers" and "Good Good." And the worst song on here is ironically the intro, the song that is titled after the album, "Coming Home." What is this bullshit? I don't know, but it's an immediate skip. Like if you download this whole album, take this one off for damn sure.
Just so y'all know, he was not playing. This man got a whole soliloquy breakdown. Like
I
a
did
whole
a whole
breakdown.
1,400
Know,
word
this is a real document. It's a real live working document of this breakdown. I just wanted to put that up there so y'all understand. Like this, we wasn't bullshitting when we said what we was gonna do today. So
that's beautiful, by the way. That is very beautiful.
Like
well written.
Yeah, very. 100%. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So
I will say one more thing about the album, and I had joked about this before we even got on here, but like, I don't know what kind of crackhead energy he had doing this, but he didn't need to make 20 songs for an album. Like, that's some Chris Brown type of shit. Like, I feel like a good R&B album should just max out at 12 songs, 10 ideally. But like once you get past 12 songs, it kind of starts to all blur together. And you're like, damn, is this one album or two albums?
Yeah.
Mr. Gent, where you at?
So like I'm agree with him. Like having 20 songs a lot, it kind of ends up switching up the feel of it. If you for me in my musical mind, if I make an album, I want it to flow well. And for a little bit it flowed, and then next you know it was a song that just didn't belong. Like Big, I was like, you said I don't know what that was. I feel like he was just in the studio having fun. You know, he just
And the crazy and Big is damn near in the middle of the album. That's like track 11.
Right. Exactly. So he I feel like he's just in the studio having fun. Like he said, he goes to McDonald's, he ordered, he don't order small, he ordered big. So I said, okay, all right. You feel like you ate? You feel like you ate? Oh, obviously you did because you ordered big, huh? But
Oh man.
But nah, my top three on this is Risk It All. This is my feel of my R&B right now. Rin, like Mike said, it definitely is a good tribute to his daughter. And good. Yeah, good. I don't know. That make you want to do a little two-step with your lady, you know, be in the club, you know. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, Big was definitely my worst on that album.
Okay. DJ Micah B.
All right, man. I've been waiting to unleash. I rate the album a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I rated a solid 7 out of 10. Compared to the newest stuff that Usher has done, I think what he was aiming for with a lot of this stuff he finally hit was the Afro beats. Obviously, the Afro beat on Coming Home is garbage. That is garbage. But he absolutely nailed it on Ruin. He did nail it on Ruin. But I'm gonna go with my three here. I don't know if y'all agree with this, and I mean everybody has a different taste in music. I'm going with Stone Cold Freak because I thought Stone Cold Freak was a banger. Production wise, the words might not have been the best, but his vocals was actually pretty fire on that, and the production behind it, which with Rico Love, the production set it over the top. It's one of the better produced songs on the album for me. I'm gonna go. I do like Bop. I absolutely like Bop. It's different. It's different, but I like
it's
Bop.
like his Marvin's Room, kind of, honestly.
Yeah.
Yo, that's good. Where to put that, man? Where to put that?
But it's not in my top 3, so I'm gonna go. This is in no particular order. And a wise man once told me, if your single is one of your top 3 songs on the album is pretty good to average at the most. Yeah. So yeah, Good is in my top 3 on this album, definitely.
Good is a banger of a single. Like it is.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna go Stone Cold Freak, Good, and I do enjoy Kissing Strangers, but I'm gonna do an outlier here that nobody has talked about, and I'm gonna go with Keep On Dancing.
That was good.
Honestly, it's a dope ass song. It ain't like the best in my opinion, but like what it does well. It's catchy.
Yeah. It's the vibe of the song because it gave me that Drake vibe. That just hold on, we're going home, like, and that's my kind of vibe. So I enjoy Keep On Dancing.
That's solid. So I was about a grade lower than you. I gave it a 6 out of 10, but the problem for me is I was also comparing it to literally every single Usher album, and that's why I came with the grade, because
you didn't grade it in a vacuum by itself.
I didn't rate it in a vacuum by itself
because the expectation, right? When you do it for us, right? I graded Usher the same way I would grade Wayne if Wayne drops an album. I'm also grading it amongst your other albums, because when you're a legend, because Usher is a legend in this game, the expectation is you don't have bad albums. You just don't. Like, it's the same way when we were growing up, our parents, they would never stop talking about Prince. Prince never drops a bad album. You know what I'm saying? So Usher is in that same level where when he drops an album, my expectation is, hey, I'm expecting, banger after banger, but going off exactly what Mr. Gent said was my biggest issue with the album is the flow was not good.
It's not cohesive.
Like, it just, you can't play that song 1 to 20 in your car.
Yeah, definitely.
You have like 3 days.
Hell no.
like you're not gonna really know what kind of mood you're supposed to be in. Like you're like,
He's all over the place. He has his
like,
formula, and he just does it all over the album. It's not.
Yeah, like he could have stuck to the formula and put it in 3 sections, and we'd have got it.
But to combat that on the flip side, because I graded it not on Usher as an all-time legend. I graded it compared to other albums out now in R&B and hip hop. They don't make albums flow anymore. They just put songs on there and just boom, boom, boom. A lot of them do that, and that's how I graded it. I didn't compare it
because if you listen to the Vision album, it makes sense the entire way through.
It makes sense. If you look at Lucky Day's album,
I listened to a Rashid album. It's the same concept. It flows.
It flows. So you open your musical range.
I've opened my musical range. No. I've opened my musical range. Don't do that. I've opened my musical range. I'm not talking about specific people. I'm talking about the majority going across all genres. I'm not talking about specifically R&B. I'm talking about all genres. Right. R&B and hip hop. Hip hop is just like that. A lot of Chris Brown stuff is just like that too, where he's just throwing songs on there.
Chris Brown's a crackhead. Of course, it's all over the fucking place.
Don't do that.
Chris Brown is a reformed man. Okay, he has been through a lot in his life.
But you have to realize how much is in
much better
Chris
place.
Brown's vote.
Don't do that.
On a full moon.
Thank you. See, CJ right there. That's true. Majority of artists do not have a storyline in their albums anymore. It's a fact. Like they don't focus on the story. They focus on just trying to put out songs that they think people will like. And that's where he was. He was like, all right, they like Afro beats, they like this, and they like that. So I'm just trying to throw them all in the album together. You could tell it was not a game plan going in with this album where he's like, I'm trying to make everything flow.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The album art was dope.
Yeah, for sure.
The album art was dope.
I mean, let me put this peach on my back real quick. I mean,
let me throw my necklaces in the back.
But
so that
as my top 3 go, I mean, yeah, good was fire. I mean, if you look at the numbers on Spotify, that thing got almost 40 million streams already. Like, good is exactly what it sounds like. It's a good ass song. So
I think good may raise your expectations too much. I'm not even gonna lie, dog.
No, it didn't. But another one for me though was one of them. Actually, the song ironically comes right after that was A-Town Girl, and I liked it because look, I told Michael why I liked it. It's because he took a concept from an old ass song and made it into a modernized version, and I like the creativity part of it. Like that was kind of the thing for me.
I wholly agree with you, but Lotto, she fucking trashed the song. Like,
yes,
like
that's crazy because I thought Lotto was the best part of the song.
The best part of the song.
I thought the opposite. I didn't like what Lotto did,
and it would have been a better feature.
True, and then for me, no, Room in the Room was there. The worst song was Big by itself could have just completely put a damper on this whole album.
What's wrong, man? Y'all didn't like the puns?
Boy,
no, it was too damn big.
Big just doesn't fit on the album. Like what?
It doesn't fit on the album at all.
What is the point of that song?
Out of place, like it's the most out of place song I've ever heard on an album before.
Right.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel listening to this album because if you listen to it, you're gonna be all over the place like you got bipolar disorder.
I do agree. Not agree, but I do like the fact that he did get the Dream involved somehow in this album because it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen him. Yeah, it's been a while. Granted, the song wasn't that good, but still.
No, it was
adequate.
It was mid.
So my problem with A-Town Girl, I'm just gonna throw this out here. He is Miss Independent, but she ghetto as hell. She ghetto as hell. Like why she toting, man? Yeah, she got her money, but she ghetto as hell. Like if
she ghetto fabulous. What you mean?
I understood the song for what it was, so I let it alone.
But Rod, but you also got to remember, you also got to remember too though. Nowadays, a lot of the ghetto girls, they real bougie. So they go out there and find ways to make money. They hustle.
There's a whole ass song called Bad and Bougie. I mean,
Yeah.
But still.
And a lot of girls made their whole identity around that.
100%.
That's true. But I just wouldn't want to hear that from Usher. From 575.
Because if you go down the entire discography of Usher, you don't hear nothing really like that.
Yeah.
Not really.
You know what? This kind of the way you said this, you don't want to hear that from Usher. It's kind of the way I felt about when Usher released Cookie Monster. I mean, not Usher, R. Kelly released Cookie Monster. I was like, come
hold on,
on,
you got the wrong
bro.
artist. Hey, first of all, why you hating on Cookie Monster?
You know damn well. Do not do this. You know damn well.
I am not an R. Kelly hater when it comes to music. What do you do outside the studio ain't my business. But I fucked with Cookie Monster, man.
Hell no, man. Ain't no way.
Cookie, I'm the Cookie Monster.
Oh my god.
Ain't no way.
I gave Kels a pass. Hey, listen, I gave Kels a pass on Slow Wine. Okay, I ain't giving no damn pass on Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Did you give him a pass on the Zoo Animal song while you was at it?
No.
That was off the TP3 Reloaded album. Oh shit.
I feel like when you listen to R. Kelly, you just inherently have to give him a pass because like you gotta turn parts of your brain off to like be like comfortable listening to R. Kelly, knowing what he's done.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. I can separate the artist from the.
I don't really think too much about it, but
yeah, I can separate the artist from the art. So I don't. Yeah.
But I do have to give Usher credit because I do want to give him credit for the song "Standing Next to You." I was a big fan of the international collaboration. A lot of artists are like, I mean, we all saw it with Jason Derulo. He branched out really big with international artists. Pitbull did the same thing with a lot of internet. So
Ashanti.
So branching out with the international artists, I think is big because if you can tap into the international market fan base, you're going to be even bigger. Now you're not just a North American star; you're now a global star, which is big, especially if you go on tour around the world. It's like, oh, so now,
no pun intended, by the way, with the word "big."
Stop. Stop.
Leave my puns alone, all right?
Stop.
No, credit, bro. Like Standing Next to You, that was a dope ass song. I had never heard the original.
So the video was actually kind of dope too.
It's a great closer to the album.
I saw the video and the choreography was pretty fire. Like it was really good, some really good stuff. So let's get to his Super Bowl performance now, halftime. There was a lot going on. Like, however you want to quantify it, because it's like, you want to talk about the Circus Olay part of it. You want to talk about the A-Town comeback part of it. You want to talk about him bringing back everybody's childhood crush of Alicia Keys and my boo. It's a lot going on.
Childhood.
Day off.
Well, it started in childhood.
But when her came out.
Yeah, not to mention her, who also now is the first, if I remember correctly, the first black female artist to drop her first signature guitar.
Oh, that's dope.
I saw that that came out shortly after the Super Bowl. Like the guitar that she had is her signature guitar.
That's dope.
It's because that whatever the brand, don't quote me because I'm really bad about brands of instrument, but that particular brand is like a legendary guitar brand, and she's like the first black female artist to really have her own signature guitar with that particular brand.
I think all I know is Gibson. I think Hendrix is another guitar brand. I'm not good with the
You know more than me because I don't know not none.
Hendrix is a guitar brand, yeah, for sure.
But what were our overall grades of the halftime performance?
Oh, wait. So before we give the grades, I want to go. I made sure and made this list. Outlaw and GQ. Well, GQ were kind of part of it because you was in the comments. Outlaw wasn't part of it because we made a list of what we thought Usher was going to perform. Yeah. Obviously, we picked more tracks than he did because everybody just picked 3 tracks that they wanted. Right. And I think we covered every single track on here, which was pretty good for us because we got My Way, Caught Up, My Boo, Good Kiss of Love in His Club, OMG, You Don't Have to Call. He did not do DJ Got Us Falling in Love, which blew my mind.
Surprising.
Yeah.
You Make Me Wanna, You Got It Bad, Daddy's Home, another one that blew my mind. Bad Girl, I Don't Mind, Confession, I Just Need Somebody to Love, Lovers and Friends, and There Goes My Baby. I would just like to say, I hit the nail on the head picking Alicia Keys. I tried to tell y'all didn't want to listen. Everybody was like, it's a little too slow for the Super Bowl. I said, that was a number 1 song. He has to do it. There's no way he was going to go by and not do it. But we pretty much hit everything on. Did I say Superstar? Because we did add Superstar later because Jeremy did make the comment later about Superstar, and I was like, shit, I forgot about that. But I did forget to add that one in. But we pretty much covered every song on Gentleman's Talk that we thought he was going to do, we probably had 4 or 5 songs over.
Yeah.
But if he
That's
had a
it.
little bit longer time, we'd have probably got a
we got carried away
most
with
of
it. We got a little
Yeah.
carried away with it.
That's okay. That's what fandom is for.
So
what do we think? Since you already read off the list, DJ Michael, be gonna lead us off. What were your overall thoughts, feelings about the halftime performance from Mr. Usher Raymond?
Y'all already know what I mean. Y'all may not stand where I stand, but I gave that shit a 10 out of 10. I thought it was magnificent. And the thing that put it over the top for me is that he actually pulled out the skates and did a tribute to Atlanta with and Cascade with the skates. He absolutely nailed Alicia Keys coming. Even though Alicia Keys did start off key for you idiots out there, there's a delay in your ear when you first start singing. And the piano wasn't mic'd, so that's the reason why she started off key. She started in the key that they moved from. What was the song before that? I can't remember the name. I can't remember what song he did right before Alicia Keys came out with "If I Ain't Got You."
I can't remember off the top of my head.
But they played with the key, and then she brought it down, but she wasn't hearing the key it was switching to. That's why she started off key, but then she figured it out and she got right back on key after. So for those of you out there that don't understand that, shut up. But I tell y'all what, his halftime performance for me, I think either the 30th performance, but let me tell you, Lil Jon had the best performance ever. Not performance, the best entrance ever into a Super Bowl, starting the crowd on people's shoulders. That shit was.
He came in hype as hell.
I still go. I go. Of course, I go with Prince #1 all time. Some people will go with Michael Jackson, which is fine. So I go Prince, Mike, and I'm stuck on putting Bruno or Usher next. Because Bruno's performance, the first performance, people forget how actually fire that was. Because Bruno does dance and entertain too. So in the spirit of the moment, I did forget how good Bruno's was, and I went back and watched it. But I got it right there, somewhere between 3 and 5. And somebody might put Janet Jackson's above. I don't, and the reason why I don't is Janet Jackson was only on stage for 5 damn minutes. So no, she will not be in my top 5 list.
We remember that.
It was a sensational 5 minutes.
We know.
A long 5 minutes.
Hey, and not only that, her 5 minutes, she performed 2 of her. She only performed 2 of her songs, and that's the crazy part because Justin Timberlake closed it out with his song.
It's okay. We got a show for a lifetime.
Yeah,
we did. We did. We definitely did. Nobody's complaining about that.
You gotta remember, we were all kids when this happened. This was like 2005.
I remember seeing them like, boobies.
Yeah, like this. We was freshmen in high school when this shit happened. Like I remember this shit like it was. Yeah, like I was like, wait a minute.
I want people to understand because the
TV
naked women
fast enough.
Naked women is readily accessible now because of the internet. It was not accessible like that back then. If you could not buy DVDs for that, so when that happened, we all lost our freaking minds.
This is all pre-DVR.
Credited with the rise of YouTube because so many folks wanted to go back and watch that, and that was before we really had YouTube and shit like that. So that's when YouTube got big. Was like motherfuckers wanted to go back and look at that moment.
I went and watched Janet Jackson's halftime performance, and it's not even edited on YouTube.
Oh, dang.
That's the thing where I was just like, they didn't even edit that shit out.
It's okay.
It's okay. Let it be. Let it lay right there. Do all time.
Let it be like the Beatles, huh?
It was a little extra attention from 3 out of 4 eyes. It's okay.
But yeah, that's it. I gave it. I ranked it in the top 5 all time. I do.
Yeah.
Okay. I imagine a lot of people outside the community would not agree with us. They just wouldn't, and it's okay. It's okay. I won't hold it against you. We'll have a deeper conversation about the national anthem and the racial undertones that were going on after the fact with that on another show, because our show was all up in social media when that shit was going on.
Oh man,
I was. Hold on, we got a all right, Burrito MVP 11. What's happening?
What's up, pimp?
But I echo the sentiments with you though. I did view it from a spectacle, absolute like spectacle performance. It was 100% a top 5 of all time because of how much was going on and the fact that it never got too out of control. Cirque du Soleil had their moment to shine and it was great. Alicia Keys had her moment and it was shine. Like no part of it took away from the other part. It actually, ironically, the halftime show flowed better than the album flowed.
He should rehearse his album a little bit more.
That's not. You know what? That's not ironic at all.
So the fact that you had, and it was Vegas. Why would you not have Circus Olay? Make it the fuck make sense. Like, people got to remember where. Like, that's the thing about halftime performances. Location matters. If I'm in Vegas, why would I not pull out Circus Olay and the Blue Man Group Hell at one point after, if you really would to get crazy? Because if you've been to Vegas by itself is a spectacle. So if you've ever been to Vegas, you know how crazy Vegas is. So why wouldn't the halftime show be similar? Well, congratulations. You bought it about 4 years too late.
Oh, wow.
That's being generous, because even when they won that last championship, Clay was not really.
Yeah, there's an APB out on Game 6 Clay right now, but that's
Game 6 Clay became Game 6 Wiggins, bro.
Fact. But I enjoyed the after Alicia Keys, of course, we all loved that, but I loved the ATL tribute. I loved when the skates came out, and here's the thing, a lot of people didn't catch this. After the performance, Google blew up. The sale of skates and the search for skates went up by like 44,000%.
That's
like
crazy.
Legitimately trying to figure so and Outlaw can attest to this. We had one of our fellow family members there with us. And he said, "Man, I didn't know people still skated." I was like, "Bro, that's a staple of the culture."
Oh,
now,
yeah.
mind you, he's not a part of the culture, but he was with the culture by association. So trying to educate him, I was like, "Listen, I still got skates. I got skates in the house right now. Like we still does this skating thing. Like when we go to parties at the skating rink, I bring my own skates. Like we does this skate thing. Like not Micah. Mike got bad ankles, but
this is true. This is true.
I love skates. Like I grew up a big time rollerblade kid. As an adult, I was like, I understand why more adults skate as opposed to rollerblade, but I could, I fucks with my roller skates. But
rollerblade is more of like the X Games stuff now.
Yeah,
when you get older. Yeah,
I was a huge fan that the Luda went back to the old fro. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Chicken and beer. You know what I'm saying? Chicken and beer style flow. When I move, you move.
What up, move?
So I loved seeing all that, and it just felt me. I went back to 2005. In 2005, 2008, I went back because that's how that performance felt. Like I felt like we was going through high school. I was like, because Usher was a huge part of our high school life. So like watching and going through all that stuff. Oh Lord, I'm from the mountains and the woods and creepy campgrounds.
I'm starting to feel like somebody is trolling us.
So, well, either way, that man is from basically from the same place Jason Voorhees from, is what it sounded like to me.
Crystal Lake
type shit.
Camp Wannaweep. My Kim Possible fans know what time it is.
Why does my head go straight to that? Why does my head go straight to that?
Yeah, no. All in all, I was a big fan. I thought the performance was great. I didn't see, there was a lot of hatred that came about after the fact. I didn't understand what the hatred was, but I was good with it. Like I loved it. I would love to have seen that live. If I'm being honest, that shit would have been dope as shit live. And like, don't get and Micah hit the nail on the head. Lil Jon coming out on the boy's shoulders in the crowd. Oh yeah.
And we're turned down for what, man? An absolute classic banger.
And like me and Outlier talked about it. Now, granted, you say that Lil Jon had the best entrance of all time, and I disagree for one reason.
Is it Michael Jackson standing on the stage for 5 minutes?
Fuck no, it's Lady Gaga basically fucking rappelling in that motherfucker in Houston. That shit was fucking shit was unbelievable.
The only other one I said, I forgot about that. I did. But in the time frame when I could think about, I was like, man, the only other thing I could think about was Katy Perry coming in on that 24 karat golden lion that they had built for her, which was insane.
So what makes Lady Gaga so iconic is because she didn't just start the show by jumping in. She was in the middle of performing and just said, I'm just gonna jump on in and just. I'm like, what?
I literally see dove in this mug.
Like that shit was fucking epic. But Lil Jon was dope too. Like Lil Jon brought the party.
Yeah, for sure. So
I love Lil Jon was like, shit, I'm gonna start in the crowd with fans. And that's exactly what he did.
And
And
I
you know
kind
what?
of
I
like
don't
that.
think
Go for it.
I don't think enough credit is given to the damn marching band. The marching band
Oh, yeah.
was fire throughout the whole
Hey,
performance,
The
bro.
band and the dancers, because the dancers was doing their damn thing.
yeah,
But
I
on
was
top
about to
of
get
that,
into that Malcolm there.
a part I like the this part probably got kind of went probably over a lot of people's heads. But I said this when me and Outlaw was together. I said I like the tribute to Tron too. If you looked at the colors in the suits they was rocking, that was definitely a tribute to Tron. Like basically going with the Tron / Dragon Ball Z style suits. You know what I'm saying? I'll puff the chest out type shit. I was like, that shit was kind of dope. Like,
That's gonna be the hottest Halloween outfit this year.
You're damn right.
and I need that ludicrous afro on top.
Went straight back to Fast and Furious with that afro right there. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But no. But what I rate the whole.
I just got done with the basketball game.
So I hope y'all won. Right, that had to be. But what I rate, I give it a 9. I give it a 9. It was great. It was a great performance overall. It really was. The reason why I give it a 9 is because I wanted more.
He wanted to do more.
Necessarily a flaw to the actual performance, though. That you wanted more. That's just that's a testament.
That's just for me. That's maybe my personal. I'm like,
it is personal, motherfucker.
Dang, it's over. It's over now. But this the way that like even the way it ended, the way they just rocking on the stage and the stage bounce. I'm like, whoa, that's cold. That's cold. Just having everybody with y'all.
We got a lot of chat going on today.
Yeah, like, my man said he played the basketball game. I'm trying to figure out if he won or not. Trying to get an idea what the stat line was like.
Okay, Future Gohan. Okay.
Hold on now, Future Gohan. I love him, but he really just he big because he got cooked. Like his biggest moment was him dying. But he went out there like a G with one arm against 2 niggas. Like
for real. He did what he had to do.
And
he pulled up.
He was like, he basically like, I'm going like Obi-Wan. Either I'm gonna kill you or somebody else gonna come back and kill you better than me. But Future Gohan, he tried to cook though. He did.
He said, what was the stat line?
It was like my man said he played the ball game. I'm trying
hey, Jen, continue, dog.
But yeah, all right. So for sure, like we wanted a little bit more of the songs in the beginning because I feel like it was rushed. That's me and Mike talked about last week. But at the same time, it's time select. You know, this is what has to happen. So no, I think I want to get into that band. That band was crazy. That band was bumping. I'm like, dang, I need to go see where they playing at because I'm like, I want to go see that live. But actually, like, I appreciate him doing the halftime to get ready for this tour because like it made you excited for the tour. I'm sure his tour is selling out quickly.
If it ain't already sold, the fuck out.
It is not. You're right. Because now I think he had 3 shows in Houston now.
Yep.
We bullied him the very next day.
We bullied him because he did not have Houston on the tour, and I'm like, how you gonna go to Dallas and Austin but not Houston? What you got going on?
Concerts. It's just it is what it is these days.
I'll be trying to tell people. All right, so my man basically had like 9 to 12 points, and then 2 steals, 2 blocks.
Outlaw. What? How did you view the performance?
Man, I feel like every halftime show, like they're all. I just feel like I'm gonna say it like this: the way that they rehearse and make it go off without a hitch, I feel like that's incredible. But like watching Usher sing and dance on roller skates, like that's a level of talent. Like that man is. I feel like when it comes to like performing, he really is up there with like Michael Jackson and Prince when it comes to the actual skill.
Oh yeah.
Not just the singing, but like the man does a hell of a lot while he's up there, and I feel like he's definitely like top 5 greatest performers of all time just off of what he can do.
Oh yeah.
Can we just point out this man skated between Will.i.am's legs?
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
Hey. Oh shit.
Shannon Sharp asked this man, "How would you top jumping over Will.i.am and busting the splits last time?" And he dropped down and skated between his legs with his back basically on the floor. That was crazy as hell.
Hey, Outlaw, we forgot about that moment when Jermaine Dupri came.
We didn't, man.
Jermaine, wait, hold on. Wait.
Hold on.
I didn't even see Jermaine Dupri.
That's the point.
I thought that was CeeLo.
We all thought it was CeeLo.
We all thought it was definitely CeeLo.
That's the whole point. We thought that it was Jermaine Dupri. Was like, wait, is that CeeLo? Like, we didn't know who the person.
Came up with the schoolboy outfit.
Honestly, I just feel like Usher's performance, man, like that's iconic. Like I feel like that's gonna be one of the ones that like our kids watch on YouTube in 15, 20 years, but like, damn, our parents really watched the dope ass, like Super Bowl performance. Like we'll go back and look at Prince or Michael Jackson's show, and that was like, damn.
Hey, not too much on the ball, man. All right.
I mean, but when you look the way he looked from what he used to look like,
that I understand.
That man eating hearty and healthy. He must have got him a Hispanic woman feeding him tortillas and shit.
But can we talk about the socks though? Oh, that's crazy. That's Easter socks.
Y'all gonna stop messing with JD, bro. Leave JD alone.
Fuck no, I got it. We got it. No, go ahead, Outlaw. I'm gonna fire him up in a minute though.
JD looked like that background character on Hey Arnold, like he should have been one of his schoolmates. Like he went to, what was that school, PS 113 or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's the truth though. I mean, that boy Jermaine Dupri had a whole pack of Oscar Mayer wieners in the back of that head, boy. Like,
oh God.
And he thought he cooked with that outfit, man. He must have thought he was doing.
No, he was cooking at the weenie roast with that shit on. That's what he was doing.
Okay, wait. Speaking of outfits, right? That coat that Usher came out with gets a 15 out of 10, bro.
Oh,
that shit was fire.
I need that coat. I'm a 38 regular. I need that.
I want to just.
I'm gonna say this: the costume design.
Oh my God, bro!
This man said Martin from Blue Street. It's funny you mentioned Blue Street because me and Jeremy as kids.
God damn.
I remember our dad took us to go see Blue Street. This is the one memory I have from our childhood. He took us to go see Blue Street. Why the fuck? I don't fucking know, but it was our dad.
All right, but it was a dope ass movie though.
Yeah.
Blue Street.
That's an underrated movie in Martin's collection.
That's one of the ones where he ain't wearing a dress.
It was funny as hell. Like Blue Street was funny as hell.
Wow. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna let that shit slide. When we start talking about Cat Williams, I'm gonna go in on that shit. I'm tired of and shit. Fuck that.
So let me ask y'all this, right? He did a whole list of fire songs. If there's one song you wish he would have done, what would it have been?
Oh, DJ got us falling in love.
I am going with I Just Need Somebody to Love featuring Justin Bieber featuring Usher.
Well, you saw the story that broke out after that, right?
Yeah.
So Usher invited Justin Bieber to the performance and he declined.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Justin Bieber's a jackass. But anyway.
No. Let him focus on him.
Yeah, let him do him.
Focus on him. Because he's been
got him a nice, wholesome, down to earth wife. Let that man be great. He good. He went from that young boy that was fighting between, like just let him have it. Just let him have it.
Right. Let him live his peace right now. Because what a Super Bowl performance does is bring somebody back to the forefront. and he doesn't want to be back in that forefront.
I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm laughing. No, I'm
He's a
laughing at the
jackass.
chat, 'cause I'm laughing at the chat because Moolage over here calling this man uncultured swine over here and shit.
I will say this to Micah's point though. If you would have bought Bieber out, you already had Luda there. Go ahead and do a little bit of Baby.
Baby,
That's what I'm saying.
baby, oh.
We get it.
I hated that damn song.
Probably because you play that. You play that.
Made millions off
Yeah,
it.
that's that because I played it too much. It is because I played it too much.
Yeah, it's been he's at work.
But yeah.
Oh, he's
like,
fighting.
I do appreciate the people that he did pick though. Alicia Keys and
Oh yeah, for sure.
and Luda and Will I Am and
Yeah. Like taking away nothing from the overall performance.
Hey, shout out to Usher though for bringing Will.i.am back because Will.i.am put him on the stage first. So shout out to Usher for doing that, not forgetting his past.
It was dope. Like it was good shit. So, yes, ma'am.
Hey, yo, my daughter just.
I'm trying to tell you, it's that it's that time. It's just like
Hey,
There's
y'all
this
better
wonderful
listen.
invention
Yeah,
called
y'all better.
melatonin.
The CEOs are in the building. You better respect it. The CEOs are here. Y'all
you're
better
right. I'm
respect
sitting
that.
right here.
No, not you. The daughter. Both of y'all daughters. The CEOs are there. Y'all better respect that.
Man, she just scared the crap out of me. She just ran in just with a pole. All I see is like a brick in my eye. Just a glance, and I'm like, "That's
That boy
somebody's
said,
coming
my
at me."
life flashed before my eyes.
That's
Michael, one
something
of these
coming at
days,
me.
you're gonna realize this dad shit changes you, man.
It does, man. It does.
They really do. So
I ain't
But-
slept the same since.
hell no.
Still don't sleep.
I sleep
Can't even fucking spell sleep.
I sleep with one ear pointing towards the damn baby monitor.
Mm.
I'm good.
For now.
For
They say
now.
that shit.
I'm just
All
telling
it takes
you.
is one past the goalie.
Where my sister at? Is she gonna watch this? Mm.
Man, speaking about hypotheticals that we asked ourselves, how many years ago?
What if Michael Jackson, This Is It happened?
Basically, he's asking what would he
and
do
it-
next if
and
he actually
it
did
was
that
big-
tour. Hopefully, it'd be less propofol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would think it would be his swan song and he would retire right after. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think that would be the best way to go out.
That's his farewell tour.
I mean, we say that, but then a group like U2 was still performing like just a couple years ago. So
But I asked,
You two ain't Michael Jackson. Sorry, no disrespect. You two just ain't Michael Jackson, dog.
So I asked
can't even name
Micah if he heard that his new song, or not his new song, but the song that his nephew dropped. I'm good, baby. Thank you for asking. I think it's Jafar. I think it's he sounds like Michael. He does. He sounds like
no,
Michael.
I didn't even know that anybody else
Jafar
family was
Jackson.
making music.
Jafar Jackson.
I know what you're talking
look it
about.
up.
I know what you're talking about.
He sounds like him a little bit, so I'm pretty sure that he's gonna get some deals coming his way sometime soon. So,
All right.
I got to say, Jafar is a fast name.
yeah, Jafar.
Yeah.
Come on.
Shout out to Aladdin.
Shout out to the
Speaking
lad.
of and speaking of Super Bowls, it's already being spoken into existence because if you guys do not know where next year's Super Bowl is,
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
it's in New Orleans, and he has already spoken.
Come on, Wayne.
By him, I mean Wayne.
Come on,
Wayne
Wayne.
has said,
Here's my hot take on that one.
"Go for it."
Can Wayne water down his discography enough to do a Super Bowl performance? Because I love Wayne. He's one of the greatest. But can he make a sanitized show?
When you say sanitized, what do you mean?
I just feel like the content of his lyrics for some of his best songs, how?
Right.
I mean, he gonna have to keep it. He gonna have to keep it commercial.
It's
When
going to
he
have to be
can't do anything
PG-13
to the
at the
mixtape.
hardest.
But hearing hustler music in the Super Bowl,
Hey, that would be dope as shit.
Man, okay, I'm gonna give y'all my hot take. There's no way in hell Wayne is doing the halftime show.
Yeah,
I
I
would
get
have found this. I would have found this very intriguing 10 years ago after he dropped 6'7" or 10 to 12 years ago. But now, have y'all seen Wayne perform recently? It's horrible. It is horrible. It is
I don't know.
horrendous to watch Wayne perform now. It is
All I'm
absolutely
saying
horrendous.
is what
No,
Wayne
he's
said.
too he's
I
too
get you,
leaned
but
out.
he said if he gets selected to do the Super Bowl halftime show, he said the Carter 6 will be the hardest album he ever dropped. That's what he said.
No.
I'm just telling you what he said. But just think about this though. Let's look, fuck all the bullshit. We just recently had Eminem and all them cats not too long ago, and they got some songs that definitely could not be done at the Super Bowl, and they tapered it down because 50 and M got some songs out there.
Yeah.
But imagine being in New Orleans and Wayne can bring out Boosie, Wayne can bring out Juvie, Wayne can bring out Manny Fresh. Like Wayne can get that. Listen, that's a whole concert at the halftime show for the Super Bowl.
But here's my next question, brother. I feel like these, for the black Super Bowl performers that we've had, I feel like they have like, a certain black but not too black kind of image.
Yeah, they have the pop culture on their side too.
Yeah, I feel like Wayne's too much of a nigga. Like that's gonna be a nigga show. Like you can't tell me that's just not nigga music at that point.
I feel like if he comes out with Young Money, just straight up Drake, Nicki,
and Tiger,
that's a little bit more mainstream.
And bring Lloyd back.
It can be done. It can be done.
It can be done.
I would not be.
But you start bringing out Boosie and Juvenile, I was like, you had to wipe.
Yeah, that's
these niggas. What the fuck is this shit?
No,
for the people
in New Orleans know what it is.
For the people that already complain about Usher's halftime show this year, how much complaints you think they're going to get next year with Wayne? It's not the younger generation that buys tickets to the Super Bowl. I want y'all to realize that it's the older people that attends the Super Bowl, the people that have already established in their careers and are well off.
But at the same time,
they are going to get either a pop act or they're going to get a country act. I'm telling you, it's bound to happen. But these people ain't stupid. I mean, Jay-Z and Wayne still beefing? That's even more an important question because Jay-Z's in charge of the halftime show. Are they still beefing? Because if they are still beefing, it's absolutely a hell no.
But I feel like
Jay-Z should do it. And I'm just like, I don't fucking like Jay-Z like that. I wouldn't fucking watch it.
Oh, you crazy. Jay-Z got bangers.
I'm sorry. Him and Kanye just did that.
Like that.
Oh, Kanye will never perform in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that will never happen.
Hey, that'll be Kanye's presidential campaign if he do that.
Yeah, for sure. He would. That would be.
But let me tell y'all, if Kanye or Wayne gets on to perform the Super Bowl, I will come on here and say they are the GOAT, and it's not even close. They need to go get LL though on the cool. Just letting y'all know.
Real question: if we exclude Wayne, Jay-Z, Kanye, like who else right now could really put on an incredible show, has the performance skills and the discography to actually put on a fucking great show?
Hip hop or just any genre?
You really think there'd be a LL Cool J halftime?
Absolutely.
Hello, are we talking about hip hop or are we talking about just all genres?
Just all genres. Like who do you think right
Maroon
now?
5.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'll give you that.
This is so ironically, who else they could do is Taylor Swift.
No,
Taylor Swift declined this year, and that's why they went and got Usher.
Yeah, she declined.
Yeah, but we didn't want Taylor Swift this year because of all her shit with the Chiefs and stuff. It just we was already tired of Taylor. By the time Super Bowl, we was already tired of seeing Taylor.
We already had the discussion. We want Wayne for the next year's show, but we don't know. It's too much out there.
I fucks with move for that one.
Yeah, I do think
Kanye will have a whole symphony in this hole. Y'all keep playing.
But he a new album with the church music.
Thank you, CB. Put that CB out there.
I don't know. Absolutely not.
Act right for 15.
Not gonna do it,
I think CB would be sensational.
Yeah, he would, but they're not going to do it.
CB
they're not going to do it
because if you look at the first 4 performances we've had, it's probably time for them to deviate genre-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be surprised. Like, despite the fact that it's in New Orleans, a heavily populated place, they're going to probably deviate from a hip hop performance, or they're going to do a hybrid performance.
I feel like it's gonna be like some kind of like either country or like mainstream rock group.
Hey, I would not be mad if it was country. I really wouldn't.
I'm telling you, I'm going with Maroon 5, or if I had to go country, I would say they probably throw Luke Bryan up there because Luke Bryan is very popular.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
no.
I said country, not pop country.
I don't, but I'm just saying that's what's selling right now is pop country. That's hot.
Well,
so
I mean, sort of. It ain't. I'm
looking from it
You know
as
what?
he said mainstream. Pop country is the more mainstream genre
I
right
got a
now.
real
So I
fucking
would say
hot
Luke
take right
Bryan.
here. Y'all gonna be like, what the fuck you talking about? But I think Marshmello.
I can see that.
Marshmello actually, I think
what?
he had.
We haven't had a performer like that yet
Yeah.
in that genre. Not yet.
Yeah.
Either Marshmello or who's
I
the
want
other
you to be
motherfucker?
We get
happier.
him. You get Marshmello, Calvin Harris, Steve Aoki. We haven't had one of those yet.
Oh
We haven't had one of
man,
them yet.
that would be
Yeah.
crazy.
Now you just got a whole ass party at halftime.
But at the same time, yeah, because you have a anybody you can come to. Because
Yeah.
they have songs
Because
with everybody.
We basically got
they all
Coachella
have
at the
because
Super Bowl now.
But
Marshmello has multiple genres. Marshmello got a couple of songs with Kane Brown in the country game.
I got it.
Some trap bangers too.
For black people, I know it's gonna be New Orleans. If I gotta pick one act, I'm gonna say act because this dude is not a rapper. I would probably say they're gonna pick DJ Khaled over anybody else because he'd be able to bring a multitude of artists and features. So I would probably say DJ Khaled would be a pick too.
I
I
feel
can see
like
that.
Khaled alone for the memes would be fucking hilarious. Like,
Kane Brown is hard, bro. I would not mind a Kane Brown halftime performance.
Yeah.
To hell with it. Put Jelly Roll up there.
Huh?
I fuck
I
with the
said-
Jelly Roll show.
I said to hell with it. Put Jelly Roll up there.
Facts.
See, that was about to be the next person I said. I like put Jelly Roll up there. He's y'all, like you said, there's older people that buy tickets there, but they're trying to reach a younger audience to keep the younger audience to continue watching football.
That's
So
why my hot take is Marshmello or Calvin Harris. Like, I feel like
Calvin Harris would be a good one.
Calvin
A
Harris
real
would definitely
good
be
one.
So just putting a popular artist out there that's out right now, that's popular, will be a good thing. But like even Khalid,
I don't think
Please,
Khalid
not
has
that
enough
far.
songs right now to do
No.
that.
not right
He
now.
don't have a big enough collection of songs to do it.
He
would
don't have a big enough. He'd literally have to have like a weekend catalog for because that's
He
why the
has
weekend
10
was able to
songs.
do it because he had a real
He
good
has 10
catalog
songs.
already.
Oh yeah, but the
Yeah,
weekend been
songs.
around for a lot longer than
Yeah.
Khalid.
I
you know.
know that's I was saying in order for them to pick Khalid though, he'd have to have like a weekend catalog. Yeah, where he'd have to have a just like boom. I got this.
He
and
got
these
got
people
about
know this, and these people know this, and these people know this, and going down the list.
he got about 8 more years and 9 more albums before he get like that.
And I
Hey
feel
GQ,
like another
I got
prominent-
one. What you think about Pitbull?
Oh, I fucks with it.
I do, but he's already on tour right now.
So Usher was on tour.
Nothing.
No, he's at a registry.
Okay, but it's a year from now. Like it's a whole year from now. And
at the same time,
Pitbull
The
just
age-
dropped
the age of the year.
some more music recently too. He did a collaboration for the Daytona 500. He did a collaboration with Tim McGraw.
I haven't heard that one. I gotta go back.
and not only that, Pitbull has they had J-Lo and Shakira a couple of years ago, but Pitbull has crossed over into I can do 100% pop and still
Pitbull
incorporate
is 100%
Spanish.
lived up to the moniker of Mr. Worldwide.
Yes.
I think
Hey,
Pitbull
you will
low-key
get Chris Brown on that
should
stage
be
if they put Pitbull up there. You will get Chris Brown on that stage. I'm
get
telling
everybody.
you.
I just need him out there. I just need him
Maybe
out
that
there.
means we'll get Lil John back too, because we go back to the old Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? The cooler. You know what I'm saying? We go old. Just saying. We got to remember Pitbull went from wearing white tees, jeans, and J's to wearing
Big bags.
Like, let's not act like we know where Pitbull came from.
We did.
I'm telling you, they give me-
He went from Mr. 305 to Mr. Worldwide. I'm just saying.
Can you imagine "Don't Stop the Party" on the Super Bowl stage, bro? It would be
Hey.
absolutely insane.
Time of Our Lives would be a dope ass song. Super Bowl.
Oh, Time of Our Lives would be ignorant.
Yeah.
Bring Will on stage.
Timber
Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
International Love.
Oh yeah, International Love would be ignorant.
I know my rent was gonna do about a week ago. We would get Neo on the stage too. Pitbull would be an absolute perfect candidate to do it.
You got a point. I give you that. I'm gonna shut up.
And Louisiana, New Orleans specifically, even though it's like decked out in black, they do still have a big Latin community in New Orleans too.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, like black folks don't like Pitbull. Shit, we naming his songs right now.
we fuck with him.
Shit,
I
Pitbull
think
for the
so. There's your answer right there to answer your question earlier, Outlaw. I think if it's rock, I would probably go Maroon 5. You know, pop music, I'd go Pitbull, and pop country, as GQ eloquently stated, I would say Luke Bryan.
All right.
All right.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did. Oh, you did.
So let's
R&B, nobody.
none
Yeah,
because
yeah.
R&B is dead.
I think we're done with R&B for like the next 2 or 3 years. Like I don't think they're gonna keep going.
Or
back
look,
to back. Yeah.
just because Micah said it, they're gonna fuck around and have Beyonce perform next year. She dropped a country album all of a sudden.
Beyonce already performed twice. We don't want to see her a third time, bro.
She dropped a country
Hey,
album.
hey. The Beehive's gonna hear you. Relax.
I don't give a shit if they hear me. Don't worry. Hey, don't worry. London, my homeboy London is coming on here in a couple weeks. We got a lot to discuss pertaining to Beyonce.
Mm.
He said, y'all sleep. I'm gonna have to put y'all on some R&B. Moo. It's not that you got to put us on R&B. It's that there's not a lot of R&B artists that got upbeat songs, unless you go with like a Sierra or something. They don't have a lot of upbeat songs. That's the issue. I mean, even Coldplay recognized that and went and got Beyonce and Bruno Mars because all their songs are pretty much slow tempo.
Sad as fuck, but great.
They fit. Yeah,
It's the truth.
Yeah.
The comment R&B will never be dead. Okay, that's what you're responding to. R&B mainstream to mainstream R&B is dead. That's what the comment was pertaining to. Mainstream R&B is dead. I'm pretty sure that's what the comment was pertaining to.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's a lot of R&B artists out right now that a lot of people don't know, and
Some of the best ones are like the unknowns.
yeah, and they're coming out with some fire stuff, man. I am with some fire stuff. I'm making playlists like every day and every other day over just R&B artists, which is beautiful. So yeah, R&B is not dead.
They're not going to put a crooner on the stage. That's pretty much what we're getting at. They're not going to put a crooner on the stage. Even Usher had to do upbeat songs.
Yeah, for sure. And even the songs that he slowed down had to speed up a little bit.
He couldn't even do Superstar for long. He did 2 lines of Superstar, and that was it. And people lost their freaking minds.
I'm surprised he did it though, but at the same time, I did put that on the list. So
a hard sip you did there.
I need a refill. He's talking about a hard sip. I need a refill. Mine is gone.
I'm about to be.
Got a little bit left.
I got my juice in the cup, so you know what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. That's what we call it these days, a little juice.
Got a little juice,
Like, I'm gonna some juice. Some juice. All right, so let's talk about these controversial interviews that have taken place over the last couple weeks in blowing 2024 smooth out the water, right out the gate.
Well, for sure.
Cat Williams just said, "Fuck the bullshit. I'm just gonna drop all these bombs," and he dropped all bombs everywhere. Like if bombs over Baghdad was a person, who did it on that one interview?
Same page.
So
okay.
So let's start with that one, and I wanted to touch on something kind of key there, and it's the way that he discussed the dark side of Hollywood. But on top of that, it's what he talked about when he started talking about the kings, or in this case, the sort of kings of comedy, and how shady and how dirty they were. Because that was crazy. I didn't see that coming. Not like that. But it's funny because he talked about it, but then all of a sudden it comes up on Monique's interview, and it's like, wait, I don't believe in coincidences. Ain't no way in hell 2 different people talk about the same group. And I was like, nah, something definitely wrong here now. But of course, the only one who was safe in this whole thing was Bernie, because Bernie is always going to be Bernie no matter what.
Yeah.
Bernie too real for that.
Yeah, Bernie way too real for that. And Bernie really was the only one that looked out for Monique and them when they was on tour.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that shit wild. But looking at those 2 interviews, I'm gonna start with Outlaw, because Outlaw was ready to cook on Cat Williams' outfits and shit. So what were your takeaways from those interviews and things of that sort?
So I didn't really get the chance to deep dive into Monique's interview, but I actually watched Cat Williams' interview like all day today to kind of refresh myself on it. And I feel like for him, he's really big on integrity. And I feel like to make it in Hollywood, the music industry, movie industry, what have you, there is some degree of like integrity loss as you get further and further to the top, because you kind of got to do more and more out of character, morally dubious things to get to the top, whether it's stepping on people, backstabbing your homies, supposedly sucking P. Diddy's dick, or fucking putting on dresses for some fucking reason. A lot of black comedians, some way, somehow, they end up playing a woman. And it seems like for Cat, he never wanted to stop being real to himself, and that's why he takes a lot of issue with the gatekeepers of the community, because they sold out, they sold their souls, they have no integrity, and they just have no problem stepping on the ones who are trying to be real, and also, you know, bringing in like obvious industry plants like Kevin Hart. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers when Kevin Hart was just a damn nobody and a damn background character on 40-Year-Old Virgin. He was the dude in the goddamn store talking about, don't be a nigga, be my nigga. And that's the only thing I can ever think about from like the old Kevin Hart. But like, if you go way back, you can kind of see where Cat Williams got a much more genuine start. Like, he's been out there for fucking years grinding, you know?
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's kind of what that's just who he is a very genuine person and a very not genuine industry.
Yeah. It's pretty accurate. I mean, and he did truly start from nothing. I mean, he talked about it. Like, this man left home at an extremely young
At 13.
age that normally kids don't think about that type of shit at the age that he
Right.
thought. He's like, I think he was like 10 or 11.
He left
says 13.
Miami at 12.
Yeah, and I'm like, this man went from the middle of nowhere to Florida.
Right.
Like, that's wild. But like, then when you looked at the other side of it and you looked at like Monique's thing, I had no idea that the Parkers generated that much revenue. And the fact that they wasn't getting a big enough share off top was just wild to me. Like, I'm like, they like the money they should have gotten. The fact that even in 2024, because I remember at the very end of the interview, you're talking about they're still fighting for their cut.
Mm-hmm.
And because they should have gotten a much larger cut from a show like that. We all grew up watching the Parkers. We all seen it. We all laughed. We all thought it was a good show. And for us, it was kind of one of those shows that was kind of like a staple of our childhood type of thing. Like,
but it's funny that, you know, she's fighting for her fucking residuals from a, you know, phenomenal, beloved show. But you got motherfuckers from Friends living off of fucking residuals for the last, you know, 20 years. No problem.
Yeah.
They get a fat fucking check every year. Like, I think they all get like, what, $50 million a year for being on Friends?
And the show is still playing. And they had a reunion. I think 2 reunions now. You know, obviously prior to them missing a, you know, I remember passing away, but
no.
he just came in salute.
He came in salute.
I thought he was he's about to leave or something. I was like, you gone? Like,
but no, definitely from what I got from the Cat Williams and Monique's interview is the fact that they're not selling to what the white man wants them to do.
Well, hell, in Monique's case, it was the black folks.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to look at the black folks that they're talking about. They're talking about Oprah. They're talking about Tyler Perry
and Cat Williams. Not Kevin Hart.
They're talking about Kevin Hart. They're talking about Steve Harvey. Like, they're talking about the people that are satisfying the white people. They can go both sides. White people love these people. They love Tyler Perry. They love.
What was that joke from Dave Chappelle where he's like, white people love Wayne Brady?
Yeah, exactly. White people love Wayne Brady. They people are satisfying the white people on that side. So what they're not doing on this side is the fact that they're satisfying or putting their efforts into satisfying what they want them to do. You know, he said, "I'm never gonna I'm not gonna suck penis to get where I want to be." And Monique's like, "I'm not gonna work for free." You know, these people are like, "Oh, well, let's just do this. You know, just do this a little bit, and it'll make it better for you." He's like, "No, I'm not doing that. I came from a small place. I came from poor, and I'm not doing anything for free. I'm gonna, especially Cat Williams coming from a small town going to Florida, doing a couple stand-up shows. He said he didn't know that he was funny till 10 years ago. I just thought that was crazy. Like, you've been doing stand-up comedy forever now, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
We all
And
had
We
the
all thought
DVD.
Cat Williams was funny as
The
hell.
barbershop man. I got that new Cat
Yeah.
Williams special on DVD.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then the other big massive thing I took from Monique's interview was her husband, man. Shout out to
Bro,
him being the husband, the agent, the bodyguard, the voice of
I would
reason.
I would love
Like,
a woman that talks about me behind my back like
bro,
that.
the way
Like
she
Monique does.
talked about him, I was just like, I was amazed. I was just like, but it wasn't just the way she was complimenting him, everything else is she spoke about the growth.
Yeah.
And when I say the growth is because she was talking about a point in time where, because she had been doing things a certain way for so long, she finally was like, I found my king, but I wasn't supporting him like the king. I wasn't allowing him to be the voice. And the way she kind of talked about it, and then and it didn't make her weak or anything like that. Not at all. There's not the way that this conversation is going. It was just like, but just listening to it, and then it's like all these people that would try to take advantage. Oh, why has he got to be here? Well, it's not just my husband, it's my agent,
Right.
my manager. Excuse me, I said that incorrectly. So I'm like, that's just. It was a beautiful thing to me to just hear it. Like, no matter what was going on, he was always there. She never went anywhere without him. Even when she had that conversation with Tyler Perry being two-faced and shit, and she had her security and shit, and then he sent his security away, and he was like, "You gonna send him away?" He's like, "Y'all stay here. Y'all don't work for him. Y'all work for me."
Yeah.
Like, she was standing on business.
Yeah. She definitely was. And the fact that he's gonna stay there regardless, and she's gonna let him stay there regardless. So why are you sending my husband away? Why do you want to talk to me without my husband being there?
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows you're not gonna talk to me the same way if he was there with him there as if he was away. You'll talk to me differently.
And the fact that there's audio out there,
Yeah,
that shit's wild. Like,
and Shannon Sharp said it. He said it.
I was talking to one of my sisters about this. We were talking about it on Snap, and I was like, after Monique's interview, I lost a lot of respect for Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
because I didn't think he was like this. I didn't think as a human, I didn't think he was like this. Like, damn, the color, any of that. I just didn't think as a human that he was like this. Like, it was the same with, it was the same with Oprah. Like, Oprah is somebody who was iconic when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like, when we were kids, Oprah was already a legend. Our parents witnessed the true growth of Oprah, but for us, it was like we saw the Oprah Winfrey show. We saw all this stuff. She was always giving stuff away to people, but then she did that shady ass shit with Monique's family, and it brought her brother and shit on the show, and you're like, wait, what? Like, it was hard for me to view those two the same. And granted, Oprah been in the news with the whole thing with Dwayne Johnson and all this other stuff too. So it was just like, y'all are like, we talk about taking care of our own and our culture and stuff like that, but here we are listening to these two icons in their own right getting shit on by our own people. Which me and Micah have had a couple of episodes about the culture and being the most self-destructive culture, because we don't like to build up our own. We would rather step on our own and support somebody else than do what we can to support our own and build our own up. Like, I don't understand that.
We haven't been united as a people since before we had civil rights. We got civil rights and couldn't act right ever since then.
So get Cat Williams said it, and it made me realize. Made me think that the fact that Tyler Perry never put, besides Tamela Mann and David Mann, they're the two forefront of Tyler Perry shows. Who did he ever put on? At
Lance.
all his productions? Like who do you ever just see that just grew up? That
I just told you.
Who you said?
Lance.
One person.
Lance Gross. You asked for one, so I gave you one.
But still, like that's one person.
But why? We've all seen the Broadway versions of his show, or the audio, whatever, the theatrical versions of all of his movies, and that's what Jen is talking about. Like, how many of them were put on? Like, how many people that you had never heard of went from doing that style of performance to being on the big screen in Hollywood and really took off after the fact?
Who do you put on? Tyler Perry has a big name, but yet. He has a whole production studio.
But most of the people in his movies are known commodities.
Right.
That we've already seen.
Right.
I
So
will
who do
say
you
his
put on?
production team can't put on a wig to say they fucking lives.
They can't. Ooh, they're terrible with it. They're terrible with it. Not gonna lie, because there's a couple of plays I watch. I'm like, why they put that wig on that man? Let that man be natural. Let that man be natural. He's bald. Let him be bald.
Yeah, but I mean, and at the same time, for us, it's weird sometimes to watch some of the when you watch some of the Tyler Perry stuff and you see him play the multiple characters because we all think back to Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy really did it first like that
Yeah.
on the big screen like that with the clumps, Nutty Professor, like he killed that.
Coming
That
to
man played like,
America.
he played like 12 fucking people in one movie. Like they did a whole family dinner. And the only
Clumps.
character he didn't play was the little chubby boy. Like he played everybody else.
Yeah,
The
everybody.
Clumps, Coming to America, Norbit, like
You know what I'm saying? So like, watching, and it's funny, we talk about this, and I'm surprised that like, Kat never said this or Monique never said this because they talked about, Kat always talked about, Steve Harvey pulling these jokes from Mr. Cooper and all the stuff like that. I mean, the argument can be made that Tyler Perry got his whole entire repertoire from Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Because outside of Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams, who else was pulling off rocking a dress and playing multiple personalities successfully like that at the time?
I will say that's
Because
only
Mrs. Doubtfire was huge. Like it was
That's the
odd
movie.
for its time,
Yeah.
but it was huge.
But even
I don't
even when you think
have
about
an answer.
even when you think about Martin, doing playing the
Oh yeah,
old,
Martin was. Yeah, there you go.
you
That's a
know,
good one.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, he played He played Jerome and he played Shanae and he did.
There
Yeah,
was something that Cat Williams said in his interview that like really is true. Like Tyler Perry, he can't play anybody besides a woman. Like if you ever watch anything where he's not cross dressing, he can't really compete. Like he was
you
in
can't act.
Gone Girl
I don't
and he
know,
was
man. I did
I don't
like
know about that.
Why Did I Get Married? I did like him in that, and I did like Alex Cross.
I was a big fan. I was a big fan of Alex Cross.
I
Like
was a
that was
big
the
fan
first
of
time I
Alex
saw him in a
Cross.
serious movie like that, and I thought that was a
Yeah.
solid role for him. He played a really good detective in that, and I like the book. I love the book, so he did the book justice in that particular movie.
Yeah.
I feel like outside of playing Medea, he's all right. Sometimes he can tap into some kind of latent acting ability, but like I just feel like he always be best at playing a woman. Like that's just his thing.
So,
And the husband,
And yes.
yeah, right. And
the husband
but
that's
to
an
my-
attorney. There's
What
But
about
yeah,
Joe? Because he kills Joe. I don't care what nobody says. He
Kill
kills Joe.
He killed Joe. But to my point again, like these people being Tyler Perry and Oprah, they please white people. They are accepted in the community of both sides, black and white.
Because they never say anything controversial to upset white people.
Exactly.
or they would be the first to apologize.
Yeah, exactly. So in the fact that Monique is not going to do that.
No, and the fact that,
No,
that they wanted her to do that is crazy.
Yeah, the fact that she's for us. She's for the culture. She, like you said, like I didn't care about all the stuff I other won, but the Image Award, the NAACP award I won. That's what that's what matters to me. Like I don't care
Y'all
about
might
everything else, but that's what matters to me.
What was
okay.
the original question on this? Because I completely
we all
forgot.
over the place now.
Yeah, other place that is.
Yeah, we've been talking about the between those two interviews and the exposure to the dark side of Hollywood.
Yeah,
We're shedding light on it. They shed the light on. We're just emphasizing what they were already talking about.
yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I think Cat Williams and Monique both went up to that camera and told the damn truth about Hollywood.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I think they both went up there, and the fact that Steve Harvey is as shady as Cat Williams portrays him to be in that interview, I think is true. Same thing with Cedric. I also think it's
But
true.
that's not the first time I've ever heard that about Steve Harvey. I've heard from
No.
like different people that he's a shady motherfucker. Like
That's right.
yeah, it's
No,
nothing
and
to
then
do.
remember, like not even 24 hours after Monique's interview, D.L. Hughley had to jump on and try to rebuttal some stuff. Like if you're not guilty, why are you dropping it? Why you out here saying stuff?
Exactly.
If you look at like a lot of the rebuttals that they had for Cat Williams, like Ice Cube and Cedric and shit, they never said anything that he said was wrong. They just tried to be like, from a certain point of view, this and that. But like nobody ever said he fucking lied outright.
Well, he didn't. He didn't really say anything crazy about Ice Cube. He was just kind of like, "Yo, this is what happened. This, and this." You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Yeah.
like anything. It's not like he was talking about when he talked about Oprah, Tyler Perry, and what you call. You know, it's like it wasn't nothing like that. So
Yeah, but he ripped Ricky Smiley to shreds though.
He did.
and Ricky Smiley responded, and I just laughed throughout the whole thing, just
It was a
because I could tell Ricky Smiley was full of shit.
was that a response?
Hey, that was his version of a response.
That was
Okay,
a good college try.
that
It
that
was.
was his. That was a political response saying, "No, that's not true. This and that, and here's my version of it." It was not a. I got facts to prove that he was lying. You don't. You don't.
You know, you
Nobody
don't.
has facts to prove. So the only thing I pull from Monique's that was opposite of Kat's, not even really opposite of Kat. It's just with her personal life. There have been a lot of people speaking out about her from what she was talking about with her personal life pertaining to her family, this and that. And your truth is your truth when it comes to your family. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I don't really care about, her oldest son that she was talking about. He came out and said how he felt about the interview and what she said about him and things like that. So yeah, everybody sees it from a different aspect. A kid will see it from a different aspect as an adult. His response, I feel, was pretty good pertaining to what was said. I think they both are telling truths. They're just both on different sides of what they
The
both
same
deem
truth.
as acceptable. Right, right. So
It's
he
like
tells it
if
from
you
his
look at
point
a
of view,
six
and
from
she
a
tells it
certain
from her
angle,
point
it's a
of view.
9.
Right.
Yep.
So he's saying she's never reached out. She's saying he's never reached out. You know what I'm saying? But both of them are also saying that by the time they reached out, hey, we didn't really have anything to save.
Right.
But I absolutely believe everything not everything that Monique and Kat said. I don't believe Kat read 1,000 books a freaking year, bro.
I
There's
feel
just
like his
no.
childhood might have been embellished a little bit, but we'll
Yeah,
never
yeah,
know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like what he said as an adult, as a comedian, as an entertainer, somebody who's been in Hollywood, I don't think that man lied at all.
I don't think he lied when it came down to Kevin Hart.
Oh, definitely
I'd be the
not.
first person to tell you that because
Kevin Hart
he was
betrayed his
absolutely
own wife. Of course he a
he
sneaky son of a bitch.
he was
Right.
absolutely on the money when he said, "How have you not done no shows on the west side of America, and you coming from the east side, and everybody know who you are when the internet ain't popular and YouTube ain't popping like that? How y'all know? You already had something planned out. You already had a deal planned out. You'd already been to that side of America. Don't do that. You're lying to make yourself look better." And for what it's worth, too, the fact that Cat Williams said that he didn't know he was funny until 10 years ago, that's a fucking lie, bro. He was selling out arenas. Yeah, Cat was selling out. That's not the truth. Maybe
Yeah,
he
but
didn't see himself as a funny comedian, but
exactly.
he was always funny. But
Yeah, but I think he
I
also
think he was comparing himself to Dave Chappelle.
well,
I believe that's what it
so
was.
I don't not just Dave Chappelle, but the other comedians because he talked about a couple of other comedians that he
Yeah.
followed like legends, and I think when he said that it was taken out of context because he was comparing himself to those who he learned from, and
Yeah.
that's what he was saying. He didn't realize he was funny because he was comparing himself to them.
Yeah. So he wanted to reach their level to
Yeah,
where he got to where he feel like he's actually funny now.
because
Let me ask y'all a question.
because
Let me
all comedians are funny to the right crowd, but
Right.
Cat Williams is now funny in any crowd, and that's
Right.
and I really think that's what he was talking about. Like, yeah, you could be funny for the culture, but can you be funny in Wisconsin, in Montana? Can you be funny in Idaho? Can you be funny anywhere else that's not in the culture?
I don't think he's
And that's
funny
what
in any culture.
but
I
that's
still
what he
don't think
was.
he's funny in any culture.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I don't think he is because I work with a lot of people and they don't think Cat Williams is funny at all. They think Kevin Hart is fucking hilarious though.
I feel, and that's to your point, Michael.
Right.
I was gonna say I personally don't think Kevin Hart is funny. I think he's fucking corny. But I can understand he has a mainstream appeal where he plays a goofy
I think
motherfucker
Kevin
who
Hart is funny.
I don't think he's funny. I don't. He's goofy, but just
I
because
get
you
it though.
act
I
funny
get it.
don't mean you're funny. But I can see how he is palatable to anybody. He's not offensive to nobody.
Yeah.
That's just
I'm a
how it is.
person. I get it because I'm a person that don't think Will Ferrell is funny, and everybody sits here and tell me how funny he is, and I'm just like, I don't think he's funny at
Will
all.
Ferrell on his own is insufferable, but with a good co-star, he's funny.
Yeah.
You know, Mark Wahlberg, you fucking dying laughing, but I can't stand to fucking watch him by himself.
Yeah. You right.
Hey, here's a little truth bomb for y'all, and y'all are probably gonna tell me I'm crazy. I watched Step Brothers and didn't laugh once, and I thought that movie was a horrible movie.
What?
Step Brothers.
Hey, Step Brothers is a legendary film, my guy.
That was.
It could be legendary to y'all.
Wine mixer. What the fuck?
It could be legendary to y'all. The best part of that movie was the Boats and Ho song. That was the best part of the movie.
It was a great song. Nah, man, when they stacked them bunk beds on top of each other, the most collapsed that shit.
I'm on the floor. I
didn't think Step Brothers was funny. I thought the best part was when Ferrell did the opera and when they made Boats and Hoes. I was just like, that's the only two parts that I
play on my drum set. I'm gonna stab you in the neck with a pencil.
You know, and I understand that because to me, I don't really think Seth Rogen is all that funny.
Seth Rogen is somebody who needs somebody else to be funny.
He needs a co-host, like he needs somebody just like Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, either like John C.
Like I thought he was great in, like, he was funny in Zack and Miri. That was a funny ass movie. He was great in that movie. But like by himself, I'm like, or like Knocked Up, he was funny.
Oh, you think I'm insane because I don't think Will Ferrell is funny? Okay, maybe he's just not my kind of comedy.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm responding to Moo. I'm particularly responding to Moo. And I think, what Moolin said there is 100% right. Seth Rogen is definitely pothead funny.
Yeah,
100%. Pineapple Express was.
If you watch Pineapple Express while you're sober, it's not funny. But you get fucking zooted. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
It is funny when you hide.
And the interview.
The interview is so funny. Insufferable while you sober, man.
Right, like,
and it's funny.
It's funny as hell when you
Yeah, I think that shit is garbage, Moo. I really do. I've never. You could ask anybody. You could ask Cassell. You could ask Ivan. Like, I've never backed off of the stance. I don't think Step Brothers is funny.
Hey, man,
I'm not knocking you for that.
No, he is. He is though. He called me insane for thinking I don't think that movie's funny. Like, I've never thought it was funny.
I'm gonna let Micah make it, man, because I'm over here thinking Kevin Hart not funny. This motherfucker out here like, outlaw, you fucking crazy. Kevin Hart is fucking hilarious.
But no, you have a point.
I think Kevin Hart, the comedian, up until after Let Me Explain, was funny. After that, he wasn't that funny. But before he started doing movies and stuff, I thought he was funny.
Exactly.
I would say this: his stand-up before he started doing movies
for him or something.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody's ghostwriting for him. Somebody's writing his jokes.
Wasn't his first
to make him
some of his
as popular as he is. So now he's actually writing his own stuff. That is not, I don't think it's that funny.
I feel like he was at his best when he had his first wife, and when he left her for this new bitch, that's when he kind of just became this very mainstream,
right.
Yeah, just short motherfucker who's with The Rock in every other movie, or Tiffany.
After he did, is that Why Did I Get Think Like a Man? After he ended up with Steve Harvey and did Think Like a Man, I think his funny went way down.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has like a lot of that slapstick humor where shit happens to him and it's funny, but he's not funny. It's just like he's getting fucking abused or trounced or thrown in the garbage because he's small. That could happen to any fucking body.
Right.
Although I do like Ride Along. Ride Along
was funny. He's a little soft, but he was funny.
But here's what I'm saying with Kevin Hart. There was a point in time where I thought Kevin Hart was funny. I've never thought Will Ferrell was funny. Ever.
I respect that.
I never thought Will Ferrell was funny.
Man,
I can kind of respect that.
I just.
I'm not gonna knock you for it.
I'm not knocking y'all for saying Will Ferrell is funny. I'm just saying, like, he's not my kind of humor.
I feel like he plays the same thing person in every movie. Like he's always Will Ferrell, no matter what the movie is.
Same thing like Steve Carell. Like, I don't think he's that funny either.
Oh no, you wilding now, bro. Steve Carell funny as hell, dog.
In The Office,
I assume every single one of y'all are fans of The Office, and I'm not a fan of The Office.
Not just
that's dry humor. I don't like dry humor. It's not funny to me.
I didn't start watching The Office till like 2017. Like I watched Steve Carell on 40-year-old virgin.
I didn't think 40-year-old virgin was funny either. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's not my kind of funny. Like I'm not knocking y'all but that's not my kind of funny. Like I do not like that movie. The only part of the movie I like, the only part of the movie I do like of what you call it, we were just talking about, it just slipped my damn mind.
40-year-old virgin.
40-year-old virgin. It's the Kevin Hart scene with Romney Malco.
Yeah, Romney's from Baytown. He's telling
that's not because Romney's from Baytown. That's when Kevin Hart was funny because he was doing a lot of improvising.
Okay.
That was a different movie. Get hard. Get hard. There you go.
Yes, saying Quentin.
Yes, move The Office. The Office, bro. Like I'm not a fan of like the dry humor thing. I am a fan of dark humor and racial tension. I'm a fan of dark humor and racial tension. Hey, both of y'all know this to be true. Y'all two definitely know this to be true.
Yeah, but like The Office is an acquired taste.
It is
100%. It is an acquired taste because I could not get past season 1 for a long time. Once I got past season 1, I was in a different place.
Nah,
but I've also worked in the corporate world like that. So like a lot of that shit I've seen in person. So it was like for me, it was even funnier to watch that shit. I'm like, damn, I've seen that shit before. I worked for a boss like fucking Michael Scott. Like I've seen that shit before.
Like what I won't say though is like The Office is a bad show. I won't say that because
not to mention
I hear tons of people always talking about The Office and they fucking love it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you've been to my house. You seen my bar. I got Dwight, you ignorant slut, in the bar.
and they talk about it like I talk about the Big Bang Theory, and a lot of people don't like Big Bang Theory because it's not their type of honey.
I didn't like. I think they call it intelligent humor. Is that what they call it? Like I wasn't. I don't know what they call it because I didn't like Young Sheldon either. I wasn't a big fan.
I feel like Sheldon became insufferable as the show went on. Like I feel like it catered more towards his character and just. But see,
I feel like that about How I Met Your Mother. Like I could never get into that show.
So yeah, I couldn't get into that. So the thing with Sheldon is for the first 2 seasons, he was really good. He was really well written, and then like 3, 4, and 5, I didn't really care for him. But then like the last 2 seasons, they finally made him grow up, and when they finally made him grow up and stop being the overbearing, nagging friend that he was, and he started going out into the world. He took a trip by himself and all that. When that happened, he became a better character, and that's what I really
made Young Sheldon.
Well, I like Young Sheldon. I'm sorry, I like Young Sheldon. It ain't even because of him. It's because Georgie be working these hoes. That's why I like Young Sheldon. Georgie be working them hoes.
Here's my hot take. My favorite show is Parks and Recreation. I fucking love that show.
I've never watched it, so
Parks and Rec is funny.
Parks and Rec, it's funny. Like once you work in the government, you understand.
But I think
I need to get Micah to watch The League.
I think y'all understand. Like my kind of funny is just like black humor. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, so, even though I did like a couple of Robin Williams stand up, and what's the guy from Full House? Because he's completely different as a comedian than he is as an actor. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, he has the best cameo in Half Baked.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
John Stamos?
No, not John Stamos. No, the dad. I can't think of it. American Funniest Videos. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, I have his face. I know you're talking about now.
They were in the office. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to send you
when they had the intervention.
Yeah.
Look, we gonna quit bullshit now. We gonna close out with these closing thoughts. We done got so far.
Bob Saget, that's it. Bob Saget, that's his name.
Yeah, we ain't got so far off the goddamn rails. All right, so let's. I'm gonna start with Mr. Jim, man. What's your closing thoughts, man?
Hey, man, it's another great show, another good conversation. You can just start flowing stuff. I love it. I love going on tangents with y'all. But yeah, man, it's just I don't even know where to start because that was definitely
we lost
a very we definitely did. But
this is good. Now we have nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because I don't even know where to start at this point.
How long what you got, man?
I'm over here actually kind of crying, laughing. Honestly, I got some tears in my eyes, man. I don't even know what the fuck we started off talking about. I guess we were supposed to talk about Usher. Now we're over here
We did.
just bullshitting, and
Right.
I was going to talk about Tropic Thunder in a second, but you cut me off.
Then we'll be on this damn show for 3 hours. Talking about the original blackface and shit.
Just like the interviews. They're there 3 hours.
Blackface is offensive, but goddamn it, Robert Downey Jr. plays a good black man.
He did a good job. We didn't get mad about that. One.
No.
DJ Michael B, man, what you got?
In the upcoming weeks, we're going to focus more on featuring our new guys to feature them, so y'all get to know them more. Outlaw is very, very big in video games. Mr. Jen is very big in music and comic books. So we're definitely going to set up a round of 32 pretty soon. Y'all keep tuning in with us. And if you did not like the Negro National Anthem being performed at the Super Bowl, they need to go ahead and change the National Anthem of America to either America the Beautiful or the one that I picked last time, God Bless the USA.
You heard him. So we broke down a little bit. We talked about Usher's album. We talked about the halftime performance that we were all big fans of. We went on a slight tangent talking about these interviews because they broke the internet, literally broke the internet, and put Club Shay Shay even further on the map after the fact. We dove into Hollywood a little bit and some of the changes of how, people have to essentially kind of sell themselves in a way to get to the tops of the top. So, and then we went on a tangent. We went on a live wormhole. You've seen it here first. We looked like what you would do if you was laying in your bed scrolling through TikTok. That's what the fuck we just did live for y'all. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Player versus teams. Zamora gonna be doing what she do best, giving y'all that perspective that you know you needed. Friday, absolutely, as you know it, another absolute fire football show coming in from inside the huddle. It's
Best
almost
football show period.
Combine season around the corner, draft season around the corner. You know what that means. That means Mr. GQ is already putting his big board together for his next fantasy draft so he can defend the throne and make everybody kiss the rings again, because that's how it fucking goes. And then, of course, Monday, basket to basket. And then, hey, Wednesday, you right back here again. We have got an interview with Mr. Gent coming up real soon. We have got DJ Micah V and Lundo going essentially head-to-head over Beyonce being a top 5 female R&B artist of all time. There is some very interesting takes about that coming soon. And of course, that round of 32 coming soon. What the topic will be, you got to tune in and find out. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we out.
And motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it.